Have you ever wondered how some people remain calm no matter what happens? I used to think calmness was a personality trait, something you either had or didn't, like blue eyes or good parking luck. But then life happened, and it wasn't quiet. There was a day, not long ago, when everything around me unraveled in the same hour. One phone call, 2 emails, 3 emergencies. My body was still, but my chest was doing cartwheels. No matter how hard I tried, I couldn't calm down. I couldn't breathe the panic out of my bones. And that's when it hit me. Calmness isn't a feeling, it's a decision. You think you're calm? Wait until someone tests you. Then we'll see. So, before you relax, take a second to like the video and subscribe, but only if you truly enjoy what I'm building here. And I'd love to hear where you're watching from and what time it is where you are right now. If you found this video helpful, please like and subscribe so we can continue exploring deeper Stoic lessons together each day. That day, I didn't find peace by removing the chaos. I found it by refusing to be pulled by it. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." He said this while ruling an empire, during war, plague, and betrayal, not during a tea break. I realized something that afternoon. Stoicism begins where comfort ends. Philosophy isn't for the quiet moments with a book. It's for the sirens, the arguments, the impossible inbox. It's for the parking ticket, the migraine, the betrayal from someone who swore they never would. One of the oddest things I learned, Epictetus, the great Stoic teacher, was born a slave with a crippled leg, and he used to joke about it. Imagine teaching emotional resilience in a room full of students while dragging a limp and laughing about it. That's not detachment. That's domination. Here's a deeper question that still echoes in philosophical circles. If emotions are natural, why resist them? Is controlling our emotional response even human? Or are we just bottling something that will explode later? The Stoics didn't avoid emotions. They simply didn't obey them. That's what I didn't understand before. I thought staying calm meant feeling nothing. But Stoicism isn't anesthesia. It's clarity under fire. It's the moment when the storm finds you, and you finally realize you don't have to chase it. Sometimes I test myself. I'll go for a walk with no phone, no music, no conversation, just me, the wind, and every unresolved thought I've been avoiding. It sounds peaceful, until it's not. Somewhere between. He wrote that while living under the rule of a paranoid emperor who eventually forced him to commit suicide. And yet, Seneca spent most of his time telling people how to stop worrying. Now that's either peak hypocrisy or true peace. One of his quirks was practicing poverty. He'd sleep on the floor, eat stale bread, wear rough clothes, just to remind himself he could survive discomfort. He didn't wait for disaster to humble him. He rehearsed it. There's a deeper philosophical tension here, too. Should we seek peace by withdrawing from the world, or by engaging with it more deeply with self-discipline? That's the classic inner citadel debate among Stoics. Some believe we must build a mental fortress and detach from worldly chaos. Others argue we must stay involved but untangled. I don't have the final answer, but here's what I do know. Stillness is not absence. It's presence without panic. The ability to stand still while the world spirals isn't about being indifferent. It's about becoming deliberate. I've started keeping a glass of water on my desk during stressful days. Not to drink, just to watch. If it ripples, It's only from my own movements. It reminds me, if the water moves, I moved it. And when I pause, it stills again. Maybe that's what Stoicism is in practice. Not escaping the storm, but learning how not to cause your own waves. One morning, someone cut me off in traffic and gave me the finger. Not a finger, the finger. And for half a second, I imagined chasing them down, pulling over, and delivering a long, well-articulated monologue about decency, manners, and maybe even their childhood trauma, just to make a point. But then, I remembered something Marcus Aurelius said. The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury. So instead, I took a breath. Let the thought pass like a bird flying across a sky I didn't own. No applause, no moral trophy, just stillness. That's the hard part of modern Stoicism, not knowing what to do, but choosing not to do what everyone else would. Because while the world spins into noise, anger, panic, and speed, we're asked to walk slower, speak softer, think longer. Zeno, the founder of Stoicism, had a strange habit. He rarely answered questions directly. He'd often respond with silence or with a riddle. People thought it was evasive, but some scholars argue it was discipline. He didn't speak unless his words had purpose. That's the final tension. In a reactive world, is restraint cowardice or courage? Because nothing feels but maybe, just maybe, the most stoic move isn't to win the argument. It's to leave it. I don't always get it right. I'm still tempted to send the angry text, post the clever comeback, or drown the moment in caffeine and noise. But when I do pause, something opens, like a small, sacred distance between the stimulus and the response. And that space? That's where real freedom lives. Stillness isn't about shutting the world out. It's about letting the noise pass through you without becoming it. A Stoic doesn't need the world to be quiet, only their mind. Because storms will come. People will test you. Deadlines will stack, opinions will clash, and life will not ask your permission before spinning. But in all that motion, you can remain unmoved. You don't need to react to everything. You don't need to prove anything. You don't need to win every battle. Sometimes, the highest strength is invisible. A quiet breath, a steady glance, a pause long enough to choose. Peace instead of fury. That's not weakness. That's mastery. So if today felt too loud, too fast, or too heavy, let this be your reminder. You don't have to spiral with the world. You can stand still. If you found this video helpful, please like and subscribe so we can continue exploring deeper Stoic lessons together each day. And tell me, where are you watching from? What time of day is it? Let's build calm together.